You too Uber. It's your boy Brack, aka Brackman, Sir Brack, Mr. Brack, whatever you want to call me, man. I'm back. And we got another video for y'all today. Another one, bro. Like, we coming back one weekly. Every week. Bow, 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 bow. They not stopping. They not. But yeah. Anyway, we gonna get straight into it today. So the segment for today is called Curious Brack. So you know how like growing up they had Curious George. So this is called Curious Brack because I'm curious about the NFL offseason. These are my questions and my curiosity about the NFL offseason still today. Today is March 29th at 2:40 p.m. So, and this video will drop Friday. So anything, if my questions get answered, perfect. I'll be perfectly happy. But if not, something for y'all to think about as well. So let's get straight into it with the first. Bro, why are you looking at me, bro? Drop the title card. All right, bet. All right, enough playing around. Okay. My first question, question one. How many QBs will go in the first round? I think I'm going to answer the question as well. So my answer to this question is I want to say 5. Yeah, so I have CJ Stroud and Bryce Young going in the top 5. With Anthony Richardson going in the top 10, so that's 3 in the top 10. Will Levis in the top 20, the top 18 range, 20 to 18 range. I got Will Levis going there from Kentucky. And my 5th QB is Hayden Hooker. I have Hayden Hooker going in the back end of the draft, but I have him going to a team just like how Jordan Love did for the Packers. It's going to be one of those teams where it's like, whoa, y'all don't need no QB. I think, like Minnesota. I can imagine Minnesota trying to draft Hayden Hooker in the back end of the draft. Something like that along that similarities. But it's going to be real interesting. But, yeah, my answer to my question is I think 5 QBs will go. I don't know, I don't really know who will go where because I don't think it's been that many QBs taken in the top 10. I think it was the most QBs that's been taken is 3. But I know it was 4 QBs in the top 11 of the 2021 draft where it was Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, and Zach Wilson, that draft. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Question number 2. Where will Lamar Jackson play next season? That's a great question. Lamar Jackson. Let's just throw him up because he a dog. Yeah. We just gonna throw him up because he a dog. Just a dog. But it's been real interesting about him because a lot of teams have said that they're not in on Lamar. Like the Falcons officially yesterday, March 28th, said that Desmond Ridder is their official starter for the season. So I believe that we're out on the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes unless it's just gas. The Colts, my personal opinion, I wanted to be a Colt this offseason. I wanted to be playing in a Colts uniform next season. Simple. Detroit, very interesting. Honestly, where I think he will be back in Baltimore. Where I want him to be is on the Colts. But I honestly have no clue, and I'm surprised he hasn't got traded yet. He requested a trade on March 2nd. That report came out March 27th at the NFL coaches and owners meeting that they have annually. So, yeah, very interesting. I don't know where Lamar will play next season. That's, I feel like, one of the biggest questions. The 2 biggest questions: where will Lamar play? When will Aaron Rodgers be traded from the Packers? Nobody really thinks he'll be a Packer next season. I would be surprised personally, but I also wouldn't be surprised. But I feel like those are kind of the 2 biggest questions. Where's Lamar going to play and where's Aaron Rodgers going to play? So, speak about where Aaron Rodgers gonna play. Where is he gonna play? When is he gonna get traded to the Jets? I do personally believe he'll be a Jet next season. That's what I think will happen. That's what I also want to happen. I just honestly feel like the Packers are just, they have 100% leverage. They know that the Jets are 100% in on Aaron Rodgers. They don't need to rush it. They can wait till the night of the draft to trade him. They don't need to rush anything. They're good. They're chilling. They're like, okay, bet. You want him? Go ahead. When you have the Jets social media team make a post about Aaron Rodgers before he's even in the Jets uniform, you know you got him in a chokehold. You got him like, you wrestling at this point. You feel me? Like, it's nothing much more you can really do. Like, the Jets are really in the corner. They just honestly are playing a waiting game, and the Packers are just testing the waters. So, yeah. Question 4. What are the tiers in the NFC? So this is what I mean by tiers in the NFC. I feel like it's a huge fall off from the top to the bottom. So for me personally, in the top, I have the Eagles and the 49ers in the tier of their own. And then after that, Minnesota. I'll put like Minnesota. So it's like A tier is the 49ers and the Eagles. B tier would be the Packers. No, B tier would be Minnesota. Depending on where Aaron Rodgers plays, maybe the Packers. C tier, I would probably put the Rams. Because honestly, I don't know what. I have a question about the Rams later on, so we're going to wait for that. But the Rams, I'll probably put in C tier along with Seattle and all those other mid-tier teams. I feel like the whole NFC South, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Saints, and the Panthers are all bottom-tier teams. I feel like all of the bottom-tier teams. I feel like the Cardinals are slick, a bottom-tier team. I don't feel like they're that good. I feel like Detroit is a little bit above Atlanta, the Atlanta category. But honestly, to be honest, completely honest, I feel like it's just Philly, the 49ers, and then after that, it's a total fall off from the best teams in the NFC. It's not even that many good QBs. But the best QBs in the NFC is Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. Come on, bro. That's crazy. That's your top 3 QBs in the NFC. Desmond Ritter. All right, I'm trolling. All right, anyway. But yeah, that's real interesting. Like, the NFC is really soft. So I'm really interested to see how it shakes up this year. Question 5. Where will Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, or Dalvin Cook land this offseason? One interesting thing about this offseason is that it's a good influx of running back in the drafts with Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, some other names that we'll get to later on in the offseason possibly. But it's a good amount of running backs in the draft. So for a team to actually try to trade for one of these 26, 27-year-old running backs, I want to see it kind of. I don't think really NFL teams, because teams don't really value running back. I don't really see a team trying to trade up for a running back or trade capital for a running back or whatever. But Austin Eckler, I think he'll end up back with Los Angeles for this year. Restructure his contract. He'll get paid like a top running back should, especially if he balls this season. Derrick Henry. I see Derrick Henry on the Chiefs, low key. Now let me tell you why. I just feel like that because I feel like the Chiefs are always just trying to get better. Running back they have Isaiah Pacheco. Cool. But I feel like they get a running back. Depending. If they could get one of these running back for cheap, I feel like they would. But I don't think they're trying to break the bank. Like, Derrick Henry has a $16 million cap hit. I don't feel like the Chiefs are really trying to spend $16 million on a running back when they just won the Super Bowl. And they have Isaiah Pacheco there. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire could always work. So it's like, I don't really feel like they're necessarily like fiending or really need a running back right now. It's not really a necessity. Dalvin Cook, I would love to see the Bills trade for him and team Dalvin Cook with James Cook I would love to see it. I would love to see one of these running backs down in Miami. I would love to see it, honestly. I don't really care if Atlanta trades for one. It is what it is. I'm cool with Tyler Algier, Cardell Patterson. I slick on Jahmyr Gibbs in the second round if we could try to get him. But not trading for a running back necessarily. The only one would be Derrick Henry, and that's just because of the Arthur Smith and Derrick Henry connection from Tennessee. So that's the only one that I'm really interested in. Question 6. What wide receivers get moved this season? I still think I have a name. I have a list of 5 wide receivers that could get traded. Brandon Ayuk, he's coming up on the contract year. He's still young. I don't know if the 49ers necessarily want to pay him. They could trade him. I got a little second or third for him in the vault. You feel me? Tucked away. I personally want the Falcons to trade for Brandon Ayuk. Michael Pittman is another one from the Colts, 6'4" receiver. Mike Evans from the Bucks. I feel like he can get traded. He has a big cap hit. They restructured Russell Gage and Chris Godwin's contracts for this season coming up, but they didn't restructure Mike Evans, which makes me think they're gonna trade him. Keenan Allen also. They haven't really been big trade reports, but I feel like they can move on from him. D-Hop. I feel like D-Hop could get traded this season, especially because it's been trade reports for D-Hop. Like, they've been talking about trading D-Hop. The Falcons. Pick up the... Arthur. Pick up the phone, Arthur. Just pick up the phone and call Arizona, bro. Trade the 3rd, trade the 4th, whatever. Trade what you can for D-Hop. Get a vet in there. Teach Drake London. Get right. Mac Hollins. Kyle Pitts. Get right. Just pick up that phone, Arthur. You playing, bro. I'm gonna be a GM. Anyway. But yeah, you playing, Arthur. Just pick up the phone and call, bro. Call Arizona, bro. Let's get that done. Let's get that out the way for real, sure. And not that many questions, but my last question that I got for y'all is, where are the Rams? What are the Rams doing? They won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and now they look like a F-tier team. Sean McVay might walk after this season. All right, cool. Aaron Darnold could have retired, but he came back. I don't think he's trying to be part of a rebuild. And I also don't think they'll trade him. If they do trade him, they'll have to trade. They need 3 firsts for Aaron Darnold, for sure. 2 firsts at least. 3 firsts is legit. Feel me? But anyway, yeah, Aaron Darnold, don't know what's up with him. Cooper Kupp, don't know what's up with him. I don't really think this team, a lot of players on this team really want to be involved in a rebuild. It feels like they had a crazy rebuild, then went all in for 3 seasons, and now they're back in the rebuild, which is fine. They got a ring out of it, but it's just interesting to see where they are now. I don't really know I don't really know where or how to classify the Rams heading into this season, and it's very weird. They have a middle age is crazy. They have an old QB on their roster, Matthew Stafford. Cooper Kupp, he's not getting any younger. Aaron Darnold, like I said, not getting any younger. Their core team is very mid-age to old. So it's very hard to think like, oh yeah, they finna keep everything going. No, especially not in that division with the 49ers and the Seahawks trying to get right. No, you're looking at being a 3rd best team in your division. You need to trade some. They don't really have that many draft picks. They just traded Jalen Ramsey to Miami for a bag of rocks. So, like, they need to do something, Rams. Do something, LA, for real. I want to see what y'all talking about. I want to see a dynasty. I don't really like seeing one and dones. I would like to see dynasties. That's why I like the Bengals. That's why I like the Patriots team. Even though they beat my Dirty Birds 28-3. That was yesterday. I saw that. Anyway. But yeah, I just like seeing dynasties. So I want to see more from the Rams. I expected a little more, but I did it. Anyway, that's Curious Brag. That's the segment for today. And I don't really got much more for y'all. last week, I'm so glad that Aaron Rodgers and Lamar didn't get traded because it would have messed up my whole mock I did last week. But y'all check that out. That I did last week. B-Mock 3.0. Very cool. Full B-Mock. But, yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. So, it's been your boy, B-Rack, Brack Man, Sir Brack, Mr. Brack. And I'll be back. Peace.